We Spaniards know a sickness of the heart that only gold can cure. Hernan Cortés, when greeted by Moctezuma's messenger. Of all the peoples of Europe, Spaniards disgust me the least.
This land is hereby forever claimed in the glorious name of His Majesty, King George.
The most famous Brit is a pirate. I don't need to tell you, Brits, who this man is. He is your poster boy. Spaniards were pirates. Not really. Piracy is for greed. Even though the Spanish are stereotypically associated with greed, and many obviously were greedy, but greed is common in every nation, which is why you lock your doors at night unless you're in a filthy, stinking, rich neighborhood where your neighbor has no temptation to covet your yacht when he has 12 already. Spain took from thieves like Aztecs for the greater good. To save Europe from Islam and America from human sacrificers and cannibals. Spain had just finished its Reconquista, so it was not going to sit idly by waiting for Islam to take over the world, enabling it to take over Iberia once again. Spain had to prevent Turks from getting American lands first, when Spain found them. Look at the old world on the right with Africa, Asia, and Europe. The Muslims dominated in the old world. They had a huge chunk of Europe. So Islam was at its zenith with the Turks until the Spanish got America. Then everything changed. Well, it actually changed with Portugal, thanks to Venetians. But Spain did more of the work against the Turks than the Portuguese, at least in the Mediterranean. I digress. Both did a lot, but obviously from the size of Spain it would be able to do more, and that's what happened. So I do have to take that into account. So I'm fair. But anyway, what would Europe have been if not for taking America? It would have fallen to Islam already. But with the resources of America, Europe could fight Islam, even though both sides were controlled by the same shadow government. But hey, they still do their theater of war using, plausible bases for the most part. Spain is why Rome never became Romeable, like how Constantinople became Istanbul. It took great wealth to defend Europe from Islam. America was necessary. If your dad ate human flesh annually, eating his family, and his neighbor broke into your house to kill him, and to defend the neighborhood from a gang of rapists from the Near East, would you blame the man? Roof Koreans defended Koreatown from racist violence during riots in Los Angeles Caídos. If your cannibalistic dad were too weak to defend his home, would you complain if Roof Koreans took over to build a sniper's nest and call the shots defending you? They'd be wrong to force you to bow to a statue of so-called Buddha. But other than that, what guilt would be theirs? Not very different, these. In the next video, God willing, the siege of Vienna.